As the leadership team goes, so goes the rest of the organization. If you can create a healthy culture with those 3 to 7 leaders, it's going to cascade to everybody.
Hey friends, welcome back to another episode of The Klatsch, our series where we bring on people who we think are interesting to talk about business, the community, and leadership. Today I'm joined by Scott Patchin, who is an EOS implementer and is the president of True Group. Scott, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Vince.
So Scott, one of the things I want to talk to you about today is kind of the evolving role of EOS. But before we get there, just define for our audience, real as briefly as you can, what's EOS, what's it all about, just in case there's some people out there that have not heard about this thing yet.
EOS stands for the Entrepreneurial Operating System.
Okay.
And what it is it's a business system. It's a set of simple tools and processes that a leader would implement in their business to get more of what they want. Mm-hmm. And the way it works is 3 things that provide you. One is vision. So it is a strategic planning tool to help the leadership team get on the same page and have something that they can share with everyone. It's got traction to it, which is it moves the vision down to actionable steps, both over the year and the quarter, to make sure work is getting done towards where you want to get done. Mm-hmm. And it's also, and this is probably the secret sauce, we really focus on healthy. Which is getting the leadership team to act like this healthy, cohesive group of people that like working together, because a lot of times when you put leaders in a room, they don't act that way. As the leadership team goes, so goes the rest of the organization. If you can create a healthy culture with those 3 to 7 leaders, it's going to cascade to everybody. That's what EOS is.
Oh, gotcha. All right. A lot of companies signing up, a lot of companies experiencing the magic of EOS.
Yep.
How have you seen it start to evolve to stay fresh and kind of continually meet the evolving needs of business?
It's still the same process. We still run through it only because it works, and we try to keep it simple. There's 10 self-implementing organizations for every 1 person that uses a me. So what I've seen is a lot more resources going out there to try to help people. EOS is only as good as the customers that implement. I mean, the outcomes that customers get. And if I have someone that's not doing it right, that's not helping anyone.
So you've been doing this for 10 years now. Are the kinds of clients that approached you in the beginning still the kinds of clients that approach you now?
I think it's the same clients still show up. I mean, it's the entrepreneurial-minded, growth-minded organizations. We mostly focus on for-profit, but I do get not-for-profit organizations coming to me that have that entrepreneurial mindset. There's still a lot of people out there that are running small businesses that aren't happy or satisfied with the outcomes they're getting or the effort that they're putting into the outcomes they're getting, and so they need help. And those tend to be the people that come to seek out someone like me.
What gets you excited about them the most, right? And has that changed?
Kind of my passion is maximizing growth and minimizing pain to help leaders move to and past that tipping point of success. Kind of my internal filter for clients. They're at a point where they need help and they're willing to ask for help. And it's so much fun because when you get someone who's really hungry and you equip them, they go fast.
So for organizations that are maybe thinking about implementing EOS, what are some things that they should know, or where do you see organizations fail most commonly?
The typical biggest failure point for EOS is going to be the leader. Here's a really weird fact. We actually have a lot of visionary integrator people get together as EOS leaders together on calls, and they ask questions and stuff. The companies that run on EOS don't like necessarily to have the self-implementing companies on the same call because the questions are too basic. When you self-implement, you tend to pick and choose what you want to do. Like, for example, 100%. You don't do the accountability chart because that's too hard. I mean, imagine bringing your leadership team in and say, hey, no one has a job. What should the roles be at the leadership team level? And we're going to do that on our own? No way. You're not going to do that. Most people skip that step. I don't skip that step. So I think the biggest thing with self-implementing organization is they kind of pick and choose. And so they're not really doing EOS necessarily. And they're missing some of the nuances.
There's a lot of tools that are a part of it, and and I know, so we're a self-implementing firm, right? But we have a relationship with an implementer, and every once in a while we get to glean some things from you, and you'll say things, and I'll be like, oh shoot, I got to go do that.
Yeah, exactly. You've watched every video from the beginning.
I've watched all the videos. This has been great. If people want to learn more about EOS, should they visit EOS or should they talk to an implementer? What should they do?
Really, you'll see a lot of the push now, and a lot of it is to go and connect with an implementer, to go on EOS Worldwide website and start watching some of the videos and get a sense of what it actually is. Our goal as implementers is to not take you on the journey unless you're ready for it.
Or if you feel like you're going to be pitched and you're afraid of that, right? Just talking to somebody who uses the system. That was something that we did as part of our exploration when we decided we wanted to implement EOS, and just heard their stories of transformation and traction, and some of the ways that the simple structure unlocks things in your company that you didn't know you were able to do.
And talking to a company that's implemented with an implementer, I think is super important.
Yeah, you're less likely to hear them say, "Yeah, we in self-implemented, just do this and you'll be fine," right?
You'll be okay.
Because that whatever they're doing, it might work for them, but it may not necessarily work for you, right?
Well,
doing things the right way can be.
And there's a difference between I'm okay versus I'm great.
Yeah.
Because they did it right.
Scott, thank you so much for joining us on the show today. I really appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for the cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So to see more videos with Scott and others, you can visit our website at boilo.co and click on the little coffee cup. Till next time.